Before he became the richest man alive, before rockets bore his name, before electric cars became a symbol of change, Elon Musk was just a kid, lost in thought, carrying dreams too heavy for a world that didn't understand him. He slept on couches. He showered at a YMCA. He worked long nights on borrowed computers, chasing something no one else could see. And yet, he never stopped believing that the future could be better if someone was brave enough to build it. Welcome to the Billionaire Mind, where we explore the stories of vision, grit, and the courage to dream beyond limits. In our last episode, we took you aboard a $500 million super yacht of the future, where luxury met innovation. But today's story, it's not about machines, it's about a man who turned nothing into everything and showed the world that even in failure, greatness hides its blueprint. Elon Musk was born in Pretoria, South Africa, a quiet, bookish child with a mind that refused to stay still. While other kids played outside, Elon lost himself in pages of science fiction and physics. He dreamed not of castles or cars, but of Mars, red dust, endless skies, and humanity's next home. But growing up wasn't easy. He was bullied, beaten, and lonely. Words became his refuge, and curiosity his only friend. At 12, he wrote and sold his first computer game, Blastar. It earned him $500, a fortune to a boy with an imagination bigger than his world. But for Elon, it wasn't about money. It was proof that his mind could shape reality. Years later, with nothing but a backpack and a one-way ticket, he left South Africa to chase freedom and opportunity in North America. He dreamed of reaching the stars, but first, he had to survive. He worked odd jobs, slept in cheap apartments, and coded late into the night. His life wasn't glamorous. It was raw, uncertain, and relentless. In the 1990s, he co-founded Zip2, a small startup that helped newspapers build online directories. Elon slept in his office, showered at the local gym, and lived off vending machine snacks. He'd code 18 hours a day, then nap on a beanbag next to his desk. Investors laughed at him, but he kept building. Eventually, Zip2 sold for $300 million. Elon made $22 million. For most, that would have been enough. For him, it was just chapter 1. He took his fortune and poured it into X.com, an online banking startup that would later become PayPal. The idea was radical. Money without middlemen, payments without borders. But again, he faced resistance. People didn't trust online banking. The company faced chaos, lawsuits, and internal conflict. And while Elon was on vacation, he was replaced as CEO. Imagine that. The company you built, taken from you while you're away. But Elon didn't complain. He learned. He moved forward. When PayPal sold to eBay, he walked away with $180 million, enough to retire, buy mansions, and disappear. But that's not who he was. He once said, "I could either watch it happen or be part of it." So, he risked it all, literally. He took every dollar he had and split it between 3 companies, Tesla, SpaceX, and SolarCity. Friends called him insane. The media mocked him. By 2008, all 3 were collapsing. Rockets exploded. Tesla was weeks from bankruptcy. His personal life was falling apart. He was broke, but when everyone else would have quit, Elon didn't. He poured his last money into one final SpaceX launch. If it failed, he'd lose everything. The rocket lifted off, and for a few minutes, the world held its breath. Then, success. NASA called, they wanted to partner, and at the same time, Tesla received crucial funding. In that single week, Elon Musk went from the edge of bankruptcy to the brink of history. That moment defined him. Not success, not money, but resilience. He once said, "When something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor." From there, his empire grew. Tesla redefined the auto industry, turning electric cars into a symbol of progress. SpaceX made reusable rockets real, cutting launch costs by over 90%. And Starlink began connecting remote corners of the planet, bringing internet where governments never could. He built not just companies, but revolutions. But here's the truth few talk about: the cost. Elon has faced mental breakdowns, sleepless nights, failed relationships, and public humiliation. He works over 100 hours a week. He reads 2 books a day, he pushes boundaries until they break, and then builds something better. Because to him, greatness isn't comfort, it's obsession. He once described entrepreneurship as chewing glass and staring into the abyss of death. And yet, he keeps going. Not for money, not for power, but for a purpose, to push humanity forward. He believes that if life is a story, it should be a good one. That we should look beyond survival and aim for significance. Today, Elon Musk's companies employ hundreds of thousands, inspire millions, and shape the technologies that define our time. But what makes his journey powerful isn't the billions, it's the belief. He believed when no one did. He kept going when no one clapped. And that's the lesson hidden beneath all the noise. Success isn't magic, it's momentum. Every time you fail but move 1 inch forward, you build it. Every time you're rejected but stay curious, you create it. Every time you stand back up when the world counts you out, you live it. Because at some point, every dreamer faces a moment when nothing works. When the money's gone, the support disappears, and the dream feels stupid. That's where Elon was, and that's where your story begins. You don't need billions to change your life. You need belief and movement. From homeless to history maker, Elon Musk proved that vision matters more than comfort, and courage matters more than certainty. He showed that failure isn't the end, it's just the cost of something greater. So, if you're listening to this and your dream feels too far, remember, he started with nothing but an idea and a will to try again. You're not late, you're just early, and maybe one day someone will tell your story about how you didn't give up when life got hard, because that's how legends are made. If this story moved you, hit subscribe and share it with someone who needs a little hope tonight, because the next chapter of human history won't be written by the lucky, it'll be written by the relentless. This is the Billionaire Mind. Keep dreaming, keep building, and keep moving 1 inch closer to your impossible.